just do this challenge where I fill as many routed ages before the game ends.
What the fuck?
He never completed the challenge. I think he was stuck at 4, who was on the enemy team, and he banned all my champions. He banned Jax, Renekton, and Aurelia. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to do here. And I like panic picked Poppy, but it worked out. Oh, was it mid gap nowadays?
Mid gap.
Mid gap.
Diff.
Yeah, jungle diff. Support diff.
Can we say diff?
Yeah, and like speaking of champions, if we're moving on, like what were some champions you guys liked playing before they got their reworked? Aurelia, yeah. As an ex top lane, yeah, I agree.
Aurelia, definitely. The
Aurelia was my baby girl, bro.
Equilibrium was strong as fuck. And I love using
it. Girl was strong as fuck.
Dude, her old passive was so niche, but it was so clutch in so many
right?
Her W was actually quite balanced despite doing true damage because it didn't scale.
Yeah, it did like 7. You maxed W at rank not like 5. You did 75 true damage at level 9, on top of your Sheen Triforce proc.
Yeah, I have to see who else got like. I'm trying to think.
Another champion that like
Evelyn, duh.
Oh yeah, Evelyn. Okay, I have a weird like confession to say. I had this bad habit back then where I buy a new champion and next thing you know they get the rework announced like a day after. I'm like, well fuck, I just picked up this new champion and I'm actually good at it.
I have a perfect answer to this question. Aatrox.
Yes, old Aatrox.
Old Aatrox was super fun.
He was so good.
He was garbage in a good and fun way. That's what I liked about Aatrox because it's like Talon where you just die, but like if someone left you alone, you just go.
Yeah, you get a dive, you get attack speed, and your ulti like lets you live again. Like I loved that when I played Aatrox top lane and jungle.
It was really sad because he was getting his debut in LCS and then he got reworked.
I guess Rise, old Rise.
Everyone says Rise if they're a veteran player.
Yeah. Well, I guess for me, because I personally like this champion, Rengar. Old Rengar, where you can spam QE in the same spell rotation and just one-shot every fucking AD carry.
I hated Rengar triple Q. That shit was stupid.
Dude, that shit was fun, dude.
Rengar top. Because that shit used to proc on turrets, and he could delete a turret in 2 seconds because of that.
He actually got buffed recently. Instead of having 4 charges, it's 3 now.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, shit. He gets movement speed when he jumps out of a bush. He gets armor, like more armor on his E. They removed the free gauge when you pounce out of a bush though, but it's 3. That's a whole rotation. So
okay, yeah, that makes
sense. Champion I had fun with was Mordekaiser, but the only reason I didn't play Mordekaiser as much because Zed ruined it for me.
Mordekaiser was actually really busted. I loved it. It was so good.
Mordekaiser's numero uno.
The only reason I didn't play Mordekaiser is just because of that one guy in our club that always would play Mordekaiser.
I guess like for Corey's sake, it's not really a rework. It's more like a lane change to Leah.
Oh yeah, like mid lane to Leah, and then they got moved to jungle because of her passive roaming and clear time. Like when jungle to Leah like first came out, I'm just like, what is this? I remember this champion being in mid lane. Like, what is for all these jungle changes? Now they're all talking about like how fast the clear time is now. Instead of like,
Leah came out, I said, what is this?
Oh yeah, old Alistar before they changed him.
What was old Alistar?
So
his passive was his E.
Well, I'm talking about old Alistar, as in like you can proc on hit effects with his W after like
it wasn't because you could still auto attack them while they're in the air. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you would run Alistar top, get Triforce, build tank, and you would like out.
You had static shiv as Alistar.
Yeah, and you had an ulti that reduced damage taken. So imagine a level 16 Alistar with 80% damage reduction one-shotting you because there's no counterplay to that.
Someone
Hey,
say
Riot, bring back
lightning-
Static Shiv, please, Riot. Static Shiv needs to come back.
It really does
Lightning
need to come
Shen.
back.
Lightning Shen.
Lightning Shen? Hell no!
Shen was so fun.
Static Shiv filled a niche where, like, if you were an AD player that couldn't wait clear, you could fill Static Shiv.
Yeah. Oh, Old Swain. Old Swain. He was so,
I've heard-
he was so stupid, but
It
he was
was
so
so
fun.
weird. Old Swing was weird.
So it's fun. You hit E and walk
You
around.
hit E and that's it. You put DOT on them. You press E
You know.
and walk towards them.
Flame was really that basic that I forget he had two other abilities. I think he only had E and R, right? What was the other two abilities?
It was like
His other ability was Nevermore. It was the CC chain. If you sat
Oh, yeah.
the circle long enough.
He had one more ability though.
it was the
Yeah,
crow.
it was the DOT, Beatrice, and then the CC, and then his ulti that was just you heal off of the damage you dealt around you, and it was a toggle.
Yeah, that was fun. That was funny back then. And I would just,
Earth with Swain.
Oh, and his
Old
passive was like you gain mana for killing units, I think.
yeah. So you would run like Rod of Ages.
Yeah, he was a scale champ.
God ages, rest in peace.
Rest in peace for all ages, yeah.
Like for Riot Ages, I remember Aldrin seeing me every time I ran into him. I just do a Riot Ages challenge where I fill as many Riot Ages before the game ends.
What the fuck?
You never completed the challenge. I think you were stuck at 4.
Hey, that's better than nothing at least, but
The
yeah.
build would work too. The build was actually good.
Yeah, on Amumu, it was funny.
Oh my
Because
god.
Amumu already gets passive reduction damage from minions and basic attacks.
Yeah.
Final, I guess. I remember old Sion being a bit more fun. I tried a little bit.
You said old Scion?
Yeah,
Like
the one where you just like you stun them and then you kind of just walked around them for like
But you could go
2
either
seconds and
AD or
look them in the eye.
AD, and he had like a fear. He was like
he
a
had
green
he had a 2-second targeted stun, and his W would take 5 seconds to like go off, but it did a lot of AP damage.
Oh, dude, remember old Galio?
I
I rarely saw that. I rarely saw that when I first played Old Galio.
Nobody played him besides
Yeah,
like the
no-
weirdos who one tricked him.
Honestly, I would rather play old Galio than new Galio.
Really?
Yeah, New Galio's too
Old
close.
Galio was funny, had really
Old-
he was just he was like he has I call it the old champion clause where they have like a really niche thing to them, but it's a good niche. Like his thing was like
Like-
his thing was like
Cause-
shields, speed, and you can't
He's,
move for like 3
he
seconds.
had a shield where you gifted to allies and we give them bonus MR, so it's really handy.
Oh my gosh.
He had his slight gust of wind that did good AP damage and speed boost him and allies who ran across it.
But, like, honestly, if his ulti didn't make him stay still, or at least he could flash out of it, he would actually be pretty decent.
Yeah.
His taunt was so funny. It was like it taunted for so long and then it did a burst of damage, I think. But the damage was like so minuscule, you just use it for like hard CC.
The Kali rework. I definitely miss the old Kali.
Yeah, I picked up a Akali too of like first time trying to play assassin mid lane. Like I did enjoy old Akali, and then
Because when that new Akali rework came out, God, it was just like the game broke.
it's so hard. I still find it really hard to play new Akali to this day.
I feel like once Akali and Irelia got reworked, the game just flat out
When-
changed.
Yeah.
When Aldrin and Justin saw me like tower dive for 3 straight seconds without getting hit by the tower.
That was
dumb.
game 1, by the way. Like,
Game
we went game 1, and Corey got first pick Akali. Second game, because we won the first game, they just insta-banned it.
Oh, the Yorick rework.
Oh, God.
I don't miss old Yarg.
I only
Old
paid,
Yorick was so stinky.
It was an abomination.
He was a silly abomination.
He still didn't do anything, but people didn't know what he did. So like the first week he was okay. But let's talk about the real rework that literally changed League. Gangplank.
Oh, that's true.
Gangplank's rework was one of the biggest events that League has ever had, and it was good.
Yeah, but like old Gangplank wasn't fun to play at all. So
Oh no, he was garbage. It was, I have higher crit rate.
It's like my Q is my only damaging ability, my kit, because my ulti was just random, like actually hit random spots on the map.
Oh my god.
You
Yeah.
can sit in the dead center of his ulti and not get hit.
I think Gangplank is one of the most influential characters in the game because he is still played till this day, no matter what meta.
Oh
Gangplank
yeah.
can
It really
influence
is.
the size of the map without
And
losing
they
himself.
and they recently buffed the living shit out of his barrels. He has he can go up to 5 barrels now.
I mean, 5 is fine.
It's
but, like-
it's about the timer.
Yeah, it's the timer that matters.
Yeah.
Like, if they change the timer of the barrels,
Because you really only need one combo, honestly.
like, I don't know what they're doing with Gangplank right now, but if they're giving him back 5 barrels,
now.
Oh, what's
I
that?
like Gangplank.
For some reason, I keep seeing videos about him one-shotting people because of his barrel buff.
Eh,
I think they increased they increased the crit damage of it too. I believe it does like 200% damage now instead of 150. I think.
oh, okay.
Or it does it does a lot more damage. And it has 5 stocks now, so you can, if someone keeps taking your barrels out, you have some like buffer to it, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's like, I think we pretty much hit like all the like the major champions that got like reworked. So moving on from that, like let's talk about like competitive League of Legends. So like LCS, and I guess you guys can also talk more about your collegiate team too. But was there any specific team, player, or region you guys like paid attention to back in the day?
C9.
Go going.
C9.
I don't know
I
if you
enjoyed-
remember who
I
Go
enjoyed
Going
watching
was.
Marin from SKT back in season 5 or 6 because Marin was honestly the inspiration for me to play Rumble and Maokai because like the fact that he was able to carry a game with those characters at the time was like phenomenal, and
Yeah.
like I don't think most top laners can top that in terms of like that capacity. In terms of other players, I mean, you got the greats like Bjergsen and Faker.
Great Bjergsen.
Bjergsen,
Yeah, do you
Faker.
remember OMG back then? The team OMG?
Yeah.
Go
I
Going.
miss Go
Definitely.
Going, dude.
Go Going was my inspiration to do Nidalee Talk and abuse that shit.
In the elite top.
Yeah, dude, Nidalee Talk was a bust.
Oh, I remember. Corey's like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this. Nobody expects this in the Nidalee top lane."
No.
I'm like, "What?" And he gets first blood. like, what's happening? He's
Nidalee
like,
Talk with
no.
Triforce is really busted.
He's like, "Nobody's seen this shit in years. They can't counterplay it."
It makes you want to play Nidalee Talk again. Yeah.
I think it might work. I think if you play that now, people will start actually using it again.
It was a different time. I don't think it'll work now because like we didn't have as many busted champions.
Yeah. For me, like, it's so funny when Aldrin mentioned SKT, because I remember like when I first entered college, that's when I actually started paying attention to more of the competitive scene, and I remember like one of my friends back in freshman year, he was a huge SKT fan, and I think you guys might know who I'm talking about, but yeah, he was like a really huge SKT fan. Yeah, and then I remember like me and him, we were having a discussion about SKT, the finals, which is SKT versus Samsung Galaxy at the time, and I remember like I told him like, I don't know, Samsung looks pretty good this year. I like SKT I think will do good, but who knows? Like Samsung might take it this year. And he still argues with me, saying like SKT will like take it all the way for like another year, and this was when they had that win streak going on. And I remember like I was watching the finals late at night that weekend, and I was actually texting another friend at the time who was attending like a watch party, and me and my other friend, we made a bet saying, all right, he said SKT and I said Samsung Galaxy. So then when I see Samsung win, I'm like, holy shit, Samsung actually took it all the way. The next day, this dude was so salty about SKT losing that game. I was just like, dude, just admit it. Samsung won, SKT lost. They ruined their win streak. Quack, quack.
Never back down.
Oh my god.
I don't know, this like sparked in my head when you said Samsung, but one of my inspirations for playing like carry mid laners or like the way I play is Dade.
Dade was a fucking beast. He would just go balls deep all the time.
Dade is definitely one of my inspirations why I go so fucking hard every single time. Because like Dade was a player that, like, even if he was like losing a trade, he'd still go back in and like stop.
Honestly, like for me, like most of my like inspiration for like top lane, I guess back then was when season 8 rolled around and Huni went to NA and played for Echo Fox. Like I tried paying attention to Huni a lot, but then I had my eyes more on Doublelift when he was on Team Liquid with Core JJ. I was like, holy shit! Like I think Doublelift is still like to this day like one of my big inspirations to why I try to play AD carry more. But yeah, I'll still like flex around to like different roles if I want to, and like speaking of like current like LCS, like I like it's just so weird seeing all these like veteran players like still on teams. You got Bjergsen and like Doublelift and Sneaky all retired, and you still see Jensen and Licorice playing on different teams. Like what? Like
Licorice isn't that big of like an old. It's weird seeing Darshan play in Academy.
I forgot. Yeah, and then
I still can't believe Afram was still playing.
My old jungle inspiration used to be Night Blue, but then he went into the cringe route, and then it was Rush. But Rush is gone now.
Ooh, Solar Renekton top was my guy for top lane.
Oh, Solar Renekton top. I like watching it.
He made like 100 series playlist on like how to play Renekton. Did it against every single matchup in the game. So it was really helpful in like knowing how to play against matchups in general, not just Renekton. That is definitely the reason why when I was playing top lane with Yasuo, I was like, yeah, every matchup's beatable. I can do this.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Dude, my patent Bork top Yasuo carried me so.
Yeah.
I think the first time I met Justin, he questioned that. He was like, "Fuck your playing Bork on Yasuo, rush hype." Like, yeah, dude, I used the bilge water to cheese.
Oh, dude, every questioning your shit. There would be like the generic build that you go for, and then there was Corey's build.
It's like when we were playing. Aldrich, do you remember in club when like we played in fives against each other?
I believe so. I don't know if I met you at that time.
Yeah, we didn't met at that time, but do you like remember we used to have like small tournaments?
Yeah, like 5v5 against other people in the club.
You would get super confused when I like bilge water ignite combo and it did like 300 damage at level 2.
Nani?
What the fuck?
It was bilge water. I don't know. Do you remember bilge water, Brian?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, bilge water. It built into Gunblade.
Yeah, it built a gunblade.
Then I remember.
Bilge water cutlass.
Yeah.
God, Bork just had so many meta changes.
That item was my bread and butter because it gave you a free slow and it did 100 damage. So it's like it's a free trade when you want to kill someone. I always used it in all my cheese builds. Like when Yoda came, used bilge water because like, hey, what if I just slowed them down while I speed myself up? And then they got rid of me. It's just this stupid new board that I hate.
For you guys' collegiate team, like how many like semesters or years did you guys play for?
I think we did 3.
For 3? Huh.
I did. I think we did 3.
They did 3. I joined for like 2.5 ish.
We made it so far. We made it so far too.
The last year, Aldrin was like half there.
Aldrin was half there. Another friend of ours just fucking rushing for fraternity, and the other one was just he was just random.
3 semesters were pursued. My bad. Not 3 years. 3 semesters.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
And then me and Corey was just like, you know what? We had a good run. We can't do anything about this.
Yeah, and then like speaking of League Club too, I joined like my first year because I'm like, oh well, I play League of Legends, I might as well, and like I remember like joining League Club. Like Justin, I think this is when I first met you, but I tried playing Kane and someone roasted the shit out of my gameplay when I was playing. I think you were there. I think that's when I first met you in Japanese class.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, because both you and I played Kane at the time when he got first released. And I remember, like, back then, like, the old Smite, I took the Tank Smite when I went Rost, and then someone said, like, who the fuck takes the Tank Smite on Rost? I'm like, alright, fine, I'll go with the Damage Smite instead. I don't know.
Sounds like something
Quack, quack.
to say.
Jesus. But yeah.
I think when I played 5v5s, like, someone, like, criticized my pick as Poppy, because Poppy at the time was, like, nerfed. Like, kind of like nerfed to the ground a bit.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who to pick. I was first pick, and I knew who. This is back when you only had 3 bans.
Yeah.
And what's it called? I was playing against my buddy who was on the enemy team, and he banned all my champions. He banned Jax, Renekton, and Aurelia. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to do here. And I like panic picked Poppy, but it worked out.
I mean, Poppy's
Because,
still a
like-
viable champion, like, to this day.
Poppy is Poppy. Poppy will always be good.
Yeah.
Very niche character, but is clutch in certain situations. But
I think of that same session, Adrian. That was like the same day where like my new Shen was out, and I was 2v1 people top like with Wits End, and people were like, "Why the fuck did you build Wits End?
Yeah. Corey
Why are you doing
was
so
the
much
one.
damage?"
Corey was the
Like,
one at the
what's that?
time building mathematically correct decks.
That's like, bro, I got Wits End, man. This shit's busted.
Shit's busted.
And like going off from that, like into like one of our last questions is like how do in your opinion, like in what ways did you see like the League of Legends community like change over time from when you started?
I definitely miss the days when like when people would flame me, they were flame me because they were really trying hard to win, not because they want to gain. That's definitely a change that is back then when my trainer was like pushing top and he's telling me that I suck. At least he's pushing top and trying to win the game. But nowadays, that same trainer is talking mad shit to me. He'll just go AFK in the fountain.
Yeah. I mean, it's very common in, like, for League of Legends, like, we're known as that game as, like, one of the most toxic communities next to Smash.
Yeah,
Yeah, but at least they were,
don't forget
the
them.
thing is, like, at least they were trying to win. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, back, everyone was trying to win at least. They were toxic.
Yeah,
They were
they're
trying to win.
toxic, but they still try. Now they just
give up.
leave.
Yeah, like, early surrender vote at 15, and then, because it's all over from there.
Like it used to be Yasuo feed, but he still tries to help win. Now
Yeah, he
Yasuo
gets the
feeds,
power spike.
and
He
then
gets the power spike.
I
And
think-
nowadays, some of the Yasuos don't get the power spike anymore because they quit before the power spike happens.
stupid ass item, fucking Mortal Shield bow needs to get removed from the game.
I think the biggest like contributor is the league content creators because
Oh yeah, when
the,
like
the
they start
Twitch streamers, the
supporting.
YouTubers, yeah, I
Like,
was there
if you
for
think of-
that.
if you think about it, they were the biggest contribution to league's popularity. And
The casual league content was like
yeah, the casual league content, but also like the people that were good at the game, like they constantly grind. And some people are still playing, and some people quit. But the people that might still play, they're getting paid to do so because they're streaming, making content.
Yeah.
So
It's
obviously,
their job.
at that point in time where you're like, I'm sick of playing this game, I'm just gonna troll. They might have this intentions of, I'm just gonna do dumb.
It's just entertaining, yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
have fun with it. Let's see how down bad we can get.
Yeah, and like since Riot doesn't really have the best methods of punishing people,
Nope.
Not to this
They-
day.
they're
we
just
used to have
free to do
the tribunal, and that was actually pretty fun.
The
Yeah.
Tribunal.
tribunal.
If you
Yeah.
just adding on to that, like who did you guys watch back then for league content?
Night Blue.
Night
Sometimes I'm a cutie pie.
For me,
I watched Dyrus.
True. When he
dude.
played the game.
Magic carpies fly.
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
Yeah, that guy, of course.
Welcome to the League of Legends Champion Spotlight.
Featuring Annie, the lost child.
Kill
people, burn shit, fucking.
Like old Scooch videos.
Can we talk
I haven't
about
heard
this?
that name in a while.
Someone I used to watch is Brickie Orchid 8. He used to do hella League content and he actually made useful guides back then.
So you want to main Camille?
Yeah. Dude, I
Immortal.
love his how to main
Immortal.
videos.
Immortal. I miss Immortal. Are you Vert Blast Pig?
Are you getting stuck with mid? No, you're not. God forbid, everyone's trying to fight for this role.
Are you last pick? Are you support? Well, fear not, motherfucker. I got the pick for you.
With this, Tarek support.
Stupid piece of shit.
Oh my god, fighting Tarek. I hated that.
Yeah, I think that's like was when League was at their peak in terms of
Yeah.
getting
Because,
people into the game.
Riot used to have a League creator program, but they don't have it anymore for some reason.
I
Like,
heard
they have,
about
like a
that,
YouTuber partner
yeah.
program.
I thought they still have it.
Do
No,
they?
they stopped it a while ago.
And
Because I
he-
know,
Like they're not like fully like on esports now.
Oh.
'Cause do you remember they used to make skits? They used to be like League skits.
That's true, yeah.
Oh.
I think it's also the contribution of their partners like Tencent. Like they need money and
Okay.
they can't really balance competitive and casual, so they
Like-
just look forward to competitive.
Like they want to treat it now as like a full blown like this is the esport. Like when someone
Yeah.
asks like, oh, what's competitive gaming? It's like they look at League of Legends. Like they want that to the brand image now.
Yeah, like League has definitely like became one of the top esports, and then yeah, like sure you got like other games like Smash, CS:GO, Overwatch, all those games, but like yeah, I think we're at that point. It's like when you think esports, League of Legends is probably one of the top games you like first think of. Yeah, and it's so
That's what they want and they got it. Like I remember
it worked.
League of
though.
Legends being the hub with your friends, and then there happened to be a pro thing on the side that you can cheer for every Sunday.
Yeah, and then like going back to like when we talked about competitive, yeah, like you got like those star players like Bjergsen, Jensen, Sneaky, Double Lift, when you know, Licorice, you know, and those like all those iconic teams like winning every split, going to Worlds, and then losing at Worlds. Like
Classic NA special.
when will we win the championship? Never.
Never.
When everyone stops playing the game, don't win.
everyone stops playing.
Yeah, and you know, just like real quick, like I understand why I like thinking back, like I understand why like Double Lift kind of like left TSM, or like why he stopped playing competitive. Because yeah, like it's like telling yourself you're gonna win Worlds, you're gonna take it all the ways. Like it's really hard, especially in our region, when you know you got Korea, China, and even EU like taking all the
like
scenes.
grind against. There's also no one to like grind against. Like no one else is trying.
Yeah.
I think I hear more complaining in NA than actual effort to get better.
It really is like complaining a lot.
Like no one NA tries to like innovate, like pick weird shit. Like the first few weeks,
Yeah.
like the first few weeks of LCS, you're allowed to like pick weird shit because you don't need to win the standings. The first two.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I watched a video of LS analyzing TSM's draft, and he called out every single character.
The most fun to watch for NA is actually the Academy League. Watch the Academy League. You want to see some weird picks. So that's where they do all the experimentation.
Does everybody remember the 20-minute Kane transformation? I think that was LCS, which is even worse.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Pretty bad, bro.
Then again, like there's a bunch of nobodies in Academy, so like it's not that fun to watch.
A bunch of no.
Yeah. But at least in a more positive note, like Riot has somewhat done a good job at least building up the community more. And I remember we had discussion about this too like a while ago, where sure, the toxicity can be bad, but it's funny enough because that's that's how League gets their market these days. They're using their it's so
Dude, you see the LCS promos, they say get good and shit like that.
yeah.
They're toxic in their promos.
Yeah, I remember, even too, even the casters in competitive, I remember Captain Flowers just, roasting the shit out of one of these players, during their game when he's casting. I'm just see, Riot's trying to promote less toxicity, but they're actually using toxicity to build a better community in a sense.
Toxic.
You know,
Honestly, back then when we supported Toxicity, the game was a lot better.
yeah, and you know what's funny? Like, I think League also started a lot of phrases and lingo, like salty. I don't think anyone started using the word salty more than League of Legends players.
We got one of our friends to like say feels bad, man.
Oh, yeah.
Or not like this. What else is there? Was it mid gap nowadays?
Mid
Yeah,
gap.
diff.
Yeah, man, jungle diff, support diff.
We say diff.
Don't
thing about-
lost diff.
The thing about League, so like,
Diff.
I'm glad they're expanding the brand to other games because I enjoy League content, but not necessarily the game itself. I also enjoy the game. I think it's really well designed for the most part. Like, honestly, like if you played the game without any toxic people, leavers or inters, like the game's pretty alright.
And like speaking of
It's just the people that make it bad.
yeah, and like seeing how kind of like League evolved like over the years in terms of like what they had to redesign, like the most recent one, their shop. Like I feel like League, like or no, I feel like ever since they changed up runes and masteries, that's I feel like Riot wanted to increase the amount of new players they wanted to. So that's probably like I think my opinion that's the reason why they had to change up runes and masteries, and then most recently their shop. Because yes, they really want to make it really easy for like new players.
Yeah, that's why they changed the jungle. Like, because the jungle is just too hard to learn.
Yeah, like jungle's super easy now, honestly. So yeah, like
Jungle's top tier now. Did you guys know that? I found out yesterday.
yeah, it really is. It even like today, like in competitive, like all the analysts were like, okay, how's this jungler gonna do? Is it gonna Closer's looking pretty good. Blabber's kind of meh. Santorin's also doing pretty good. Like yeah, like jungle like now it's like so it's I would say it's like one of the key roles now when it comes to the game.
And there are people genuinely interested in the game, like being on days here. I've definitely encountered some people where when they found out I played League, they're like, "Yo, I've always wanted to try League, but the learning curve seems a bit steep." Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah, but
Too many characters in the game.
yeah, but for me, like when I first started League and I saw like the amount of champions they have, I actually just categorized them to just like, okay, these champions are easy, these champions are actually hard, and then Riot actually did that in their shop, saying, okay, skill level for something like Garen, fucking easy. Someone like new Aurelia, it's really hard. But yeah, I just feel like Riot kind of did help.
they need to bring back Twisted Tree Line. That's what they need to do.
I played that once. I'm just like, what is this area?
So, Twisted Tree Line is a great practice tool that I wish they never got rid of.
Dominion.
Well, for different reasons. I miss Dominion because my friends would play the game hide and seek.
Oh yeah, you only use the invisible champions.
Yeah, you would play any champion except for the invisible champions. So like Shaco, Evelyn, Rengar, Teemo, Kha'Zix, or any character that can go invisible.
Oh yeah, you have one person with items, so they actually can just one shot, and then you just have one run around with like boots.
Yeah, so you can only get movement speed items to run away, and it was like super fun because like it made an innovative way to play League, but then Riot got rid of the map, so it was like so we have to play Summoner's Rift.
Yeah. Dude, we've had so many fun game modes that they never brought back, like Bilgewater Brawlers. I don't know if you guys remember that game.
Oh, that's when you had like the black market, right?
Yeah, and then you pay for your minions.
Yeah. You can
get
upgrade
tokens.
minions and make them like crack to shit.
That was a thing. Holy shit!
It
Yeah,
was. This was
your
around Gangplank rework.
Yeah, it was
Your-
that makes sense.
That was
Your
like,
lane minions were like Pokemon, and you can kind of alter their abilities.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that event like impacted the game pretty hard.
And there were some like the items for that event are the items
Busted.
you have today. Some of those items.
A good example is that Dead Man's Plate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you think Dead Man's Plate was an item added because of meta changes? No, it was because of that game mode.
they had a teaser on like pretty much the champion that can turn into the champions. It was called Dimensional Mirror, and you could copy another champion. And
Oh,
look
I
like
remember
them.
that. Like when I was playing with friends, they would copy, like say me or my friend, and he would just go in, but he's Taric.
Yeah.
So they're thinking like, oh,
Really?
this is a squishy target, but no, it's a Taric that you're about to jump, and now he's gonna CC
Or-
target you.
For me, is we got a Cho'Gath to become an Ash, and so we sped the Ash towards them, and then it just turns into a Cho'Gath at one shot.
Surprise!
He's back.
Yeah, there is that game mode. There is a tower defense. I don't know why they brought that game mode back. It's like Summoner's Rift, but the map's cut in half, so you only do the siege.
Dude, do you
Oh,
remember?
I remember.
Do you remember the Devil Teemo game?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yes.
Doombots.
Yes.
Yeah, Doombot.
Doombot.
Doombots was actually really
That one was so
productive in helping
good.
you like
So
shoot.
fun.
If you could survive Doombots, you were actually like working on your mechanics too. That's the thing about all the mini games. Like you were working on your mechanics when you played them. That's why I think Twisted Tree Line exists, because Twisted Tree Line doesn't teach you how to CS, but it teaches you how to team fight. It teaches you how to skirmish, and it teaches you how to take small objectives off the map.
Mm-hmm.
It's the little things that the maps can teach you. Like I think ARAM is a good example of trying out a champion as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Like say
ARAM?
you
Yep.
ARAM is team fight practice. That's it.
ARAM is a team fight practice, but also gives you the opportunity to play a champion you're not comfortable with in Summoner's Rift, because like since ARAM games are much quicker, you don't have to play a full round of Summoner's Rift.
Yeah. So League definitely did have like a lot of ways of like kind of teaching us. And one last question before we sign off here tonight is that well, I mean, Corey, me, and Justin, like we played the other day. Aldrin, you haven't played in like a while, but yeah, all of us here, we really haven't played the game for like the longest time, especially Corey. So, like after just talking about like League for like an hour and a half already, like how do you guys think you would feel like jumping back into the game?
I mean, it's not that
It
bad.
would be my side hoe game, to be honest.
Side hoe game.
Because right now I'm looking forward to the fighting game. That's my next step in life.
Oh yeah,
They
the
have
Really
Project
fighting
L.
it.
If they ever give us some news about it, it's almost the end of
It's-
2021. The release of the
Project
game.
L. Project L is going to be the next step in my competitive career. And, like League was like the game where like I want to develop myself constantly and like see improvement and shit like that, like learning new roles and champions. That's why like I'm playing with you guys 2 months ago prior to basic. I'm just like, oh I'm just gonna try jungle. I'm not great at jungle, but I'm gonna learn it. Or like a new champion comes in, it's like, all right, I haven't picked up Ari in a while. I'm gonna play Ari.
Yeah, I was in the same boat. Like I never thought I would see myself playing Aatrox.
But now it's like once that game comes out, because like the League brand has expanded where I don't really have to care about League of Legends the game. I can enjoy the League of Legends content through other media.
Yeah, like K-pop.
So the
KDA.
fact that it's just so big now, like once that fighting game comes out, that's pretty much where we're all probably gonna be.
Yeah. Like for me recently, like I tuned back into like LCS and I'm looking.
Okay, I'll definitely watch LCS. LCS League is
Yeah.
definitely a lot more fun to watch than it is to
Yeah.
play.
Or like yeah, I still keep up with like LCS these days. By the time like we're recording this, I think Cloud9 just won their match against TSM, so now it's TL 100 Thieves and Cloud9. Yeah, I really want to just see like how much at least like in the competitive scene and just like players overall just try to change and to adapt like
Mhm.
different matchups, because for me, like when I take a look at like how a team is doing, like sure performance is everything, but I was like one major thing for me is like pretty much team composition. Like sure we have like weird team comps, but like sometimes in the end like they work. So I really want to see how innovative teams and especially regions just get nutty and also pretty smart with how they build their teams.
I think you'll find that kind of style with 100 Thieves at least, because 100 Thieves is the type of team to actually like try to use their roster.
Yeah, honestly, that's why I like 100 Thieves lately. They're actually doing pretty good, and FBI's been killing at a AD carry. But yeah,
FBI, open up.
yeah. But any last talks about League, about getting back into the game and all that before we sign off?
Probably playing probably playing it a lot more now since I'm out of basic.
Yeah,
I do miss the game.
Well,
I just get a stable connection.
yeah, 30 FPS from where you're at, dude.
I'm already paying bad FPS.
But yeah, I guess with that, we're gonna wrap up tonight's show of Remember That. Yeah, this was a really long discussion about League of Legends, but you know what? We got a lot of good stuff out of it. We remembered some of the good memories. But of course, before we sign off today, we gotta shout out our boy Justin on the stream. Justin, you wanna plug yourself, my guy?
Oh yeah, if you want to be a real man and be with testosterone, you should follow me at twitch.tv/Janitaro. It's where some pretty cool things happen. You start growing hair on your chest, you get buff, and you start drinking eggs in the morning for some reason.
You're that buff guy.
Pretty popping.
But anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight's episode of Remember That. And yeah, thanks so much, boys, for joining on today's show. This was really fun to talk about old school League of Legends.
Yeah, I haven't been able to talk about video games in a while, so this is nice.
Hell yeah. And if you guys want to hear more on video games and more random stuff we got here on Apartment 308, make sure you subscribe, like today's video, share this video, and yeah, comment down below if you're like us, like that played old school League of Legends. You know, what were some of your favorite champions back in the day? What were some of the metas you guys absolutely hated? Just, yeah, let us know. And also, don't forget to follow me on the new Spotify account. You can now listen to audio only. I am still working on getting all the episodes on there. I made too many, so that's why it's taking me this long. So yeah. But anyways, guys, signing off for now. I hope y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.